Hey everyone, happy Friday. This is Jamie, and that is not a noose sitting behind me. I am on a swing. It is such a gorgeous day here in the Low Country that I had to bring some of the backdrop of our marsh scene and our sunshine and our green grass in February to you. So those of you who have been following along know that I joined a company called World Global a couple of months ago, and that World Global makes this wristband called the Helo, the Health and Life Oracle. And what it does is it is the first to market relevant technology that monitors your vitals. So it checks things like your blood pressure and your heart rate and, can do an EKG. And by the end of 2017, it's also going to be able to monitor for blood alcohol levels, blood oxygen levels, and we will be the first in the world to measure non-invasively your blood glucose. 1 in 10 people around the world have diabetes, type 2 diabetes, according to the World Health Organization. So just imagine all of those people either not having access to test strips or not really loving the idea of having to prick their finger all the time and therefore maybe not being terrifically compliant. And so now they're going to have a non-invasive way, an unpainful way of knowing whether they're trending up or down, and that's going to make a huge difference to their health outcomes. So usually the question is, have you heard of Fitbit? And most people have heard of the fitness band that's going to count your steps and help you measure calories and things like that. But what Helo is the first health band. So we're monitoring health things. And maybe what you don't know about Fitbit is that it got started in 2008, and in 2015 in 2015 it sold 20 million units, and the company is valued at $8 billion. So if Fitbit had called me up back in 2008 and said, hey Jamie, do you want to make a percent of every one of those 20 million units sold? I think I would have been pretty darn happy, especially in hindsight, knowing how well they've done, and I would have wanted to get involved. So the question that I keep asking all of you is, knowing what you know now about Fitbit, and I've got a Fitbit on steroids, would you want to be one of the first people involved in this company so that now you're going to get a percentage of every one of the units that we sell? And just to let you know, Forbes has said that wearable technology is going to be a $34 billion industry just in the next 3 years. That's how fast wearable technology, especially in the wristband sector, is growing. So what we have done is we have married technology and healthcare with the distribution model of direct sales or network marketing. That's never been done before. So now we're asking, now that you know this, and you know that we have plans over the next 3 years to sell 12 million units, so that we're going to be a $3 billion company, and we're completely on track to do that because in the last several months we've sold over 250,000 units already. Would you want to be one of the first people strategically placed so that you are going to get a percent of sales of every one of these units sold? Yes or no? And time is of the essence, because as we're adding people and adding more units and planning for our future, you really do want to be strategically placed in this team. And so that's what I'm offering you a chance. But oh my goodness, it gets better. It's amazing that it gets better. World made a decision to open the API. What does that mean? It means we're going to be open source. It means developers from around the world can now access the code and decide what new systems and new applications they want to do with this. So just think about if you're a great big huge company and you've got tens of thousands of employees or maybe hundreds of thousands of employees, you can now private label something so that you can incentivize your employees for their best health in whatever way that looks like. Maybe you're a nonprofit and you're in the mental health space, and we've got something that monitors mood and energy levels and is going to indicate what your blood pressure is doing and your heart rate is doing. So we may, developers might be able to figure out a mental health application that says, wow, it's looking like someone is feeling pretty fragile right now. Maybe the compliance with their medication was off. I don't know. There's so many different applications, and that's the thing. We don't have to figure them out. developers from around the world and private corporations can get involved and figure out what they want to private label and what they want to use this wearable technology for that serves them and serves their particular brand of customer. Here's the other thing. Do y'all know anything about the gaming industry? Well, the gaming industry used to be a lot like the book industry. You know, creating the title was one thing, but distribution was an entirely different conversation. And that was the hard part. And it was very expensive to bring a game to market. And so you really needed to count on being able to have the licensing rights and the distribution rights. That got solved when they decided to make most games free or close to free. And instead they had multiple microfinance transactions happen, you know, within the game. If you think, I don't know if Farmville's even a thing anymore, but you think of Farmville and you wanted to buy a virtual tractor or a virtual cow, or almost any of the different games where you might get a question from the, you know, little app inside the game saying you want to spend 49 cents or 99 cents or $2.99 to level up or buy a new skin or buy a new shield or something like that. So imagine what this is going to do for you, the business owner, when you are getting a percentage of every sale in all of the millions of units that are sold after you get involved. And now there's software inside that's having all of these little microtransactions going on. So it doesn't mean the customer has to buy anything. They don't ever have to choose. But if they choose to spend 99 cents here or $2.99 there to increase the value that they're receiving from their wristband, they're probably going to do it, because what's 99 cents to them? But if you have millions and millions of people investing 99 cents every few months around the world because there's something now that's important to them, that's worth it to them, and you're getting the multiplier effect, you're going to get a percentage of every sale. So think about what that's doing for retention in your market. Think about what that's doing for you as the business person who doesn't keep having to knock on doors and sell and sell and sell again. You sell this one time, and then the software does the rest of the work for you. How genius is that? At the same time that the customer base, the population around the world is getting served. Now, we're available in 195 countries, so we truly can bring this to market everywhere in the world. So my question for you is, you know, Fitbit didn't call you, but Jamie is calling you. I am calling you. World is calling you. And I'm on a mission to change lives both as far as health and as far as wealth. I am looking, absolutely looking in the next 24 to 48 hours for team leaders who go, what? Open source? Oh my God, that's amazing. It truly is amazing. So, you know, we're already so legitimate. Toshiba makes the chip inside. Toshiba has fully, gladly partnered with World and made it very public. You know, they announced this at the Consumer Electronics Show, the 50th annual business to business big technology trade show last month. So Toshiba's fully on board, and they're not going to risk their reputation partnering with a company that's not legitimate. So we're legitimized, we've got third-party credibility with Toshiba, we're publicly traded, and now we have opened up the code. And the applications for that are immense and enormous. We truly are world changers. I want you on board with me, but time is, you know, moving fast, everyone. So again, because new developments happen all the time, don't you want your place locked in right now so that you're getting a percentage of every single sale, every single one of those 12 million sales that's coming in the near future? All right, I hope you've enjoyed this message, and I hope you enjoyed the view. Love you all. Let's get busy.